So that's 7 characters announced and 4 more to go. And people seem to be really annoyed with Minecraft Steve's inclusion, but let's be honest, everyone's been getting really annoyed with every character that seems to be coming in. No matter who it seems to be, someone is getting their knickers in a twist and kicking off and demanding that Sakurai's head be on a spike like it's Game of Thrones. But look, there are also people who are very happy. I think I've been really happy seeing the amount of comments that have been coming on my recent videos, and people saying that they've been really happy with Steve, and that's great. And this is always going to happen. And then the next few days we had Travis coming along, and people were gutted that Travis wasn't going to be an actual character, but only a Mii fighter. Look, this is going to happen. People have their favourites, people have the ones that they love and they cherish, and it means so much to them. And then there's people that they don't want. People that they don't want in the game at all, they feel it'll wreck the experience. Look, I'm the same. I have characters I want, I have characters I don't want. However, I'm not going to start kicking off and literally demanding World War III and then go start prancing in the street and doing riots as if I'm a bloody Karen. Now I'm going to do my own list, and I'm just doing it off the cuff, as in I don't like just cutting it, and this is my own thoughts from the top of my head as I go it. I have absolutely loads of characters, so I'm not going to be able to fit them all in one video. But I suppose maybe if you want me to go through them all, I can do another one. But I suppose the good thing is it actually shows how big the gaming community is that I can't fit them all on one list. As always, if you do like these videos, please leave a comment, like and subscribe. It really does help. And even if you don't agree with my list, argue with me, it's fine. The comments help for the YouTube algorithm. So I'll get into it. The first ones I don't want: Pokemon characters, which seems really odd considering I am the honest Pokemon trainer. Look, the reason why? There are simply way too many. We currently have so many characters, and Incineroar was the last that got announced. I think that's it. You don't need any more. And I was hearing rumours that there's going to be Generation 8 representation, and the only ones I can think of who may fit that bill are either Cinderace or Rillaboom. Rillaboom would be quite cool. Cinderace would be a nightmare having another fighting type in there. Rillaboom could be quite cool, but again, I'd rather the place go to somewhere else. I've got my Pokemon representatives, I've got my Pokemon trainer, I've got my Pikachu, so I'm happy with them. Although, if you want to put Raichu in, no complaints with that. What I would like to say, actually, we're talking about things I would want. I know with the Pokemon trainer, you've got red and green. It'd be great if you had a blue skin. If it was the blue character, I'd be absolutely over the moon. Put that in. Please, Sakurai, put that in. Next on the list is going along the same route as Pokemon. It's Fire Emblem. Again, there are far too many. I think everyone laughs every time a new character gets put in. It's like, oh, it's another sword character. But look, I can understand why Fire Emblem's in there. I think prior to Smash Brothers, I think it was the second one, was it Brawl? Not many people actually knew what Fire Emblem was. I certainly didn't. I didn't really understand. I wasn't in that genre. And I think it helped it bring it to the world. And look, I started playing Fire Emblem after that. And I can see Byleth getting in. People are like, oh god, another one. But again, with Fire Helm, with Heroes, was it Heroes? Yeah, it was Heroes. I think it was called Heroes. I can't remember. I can completely understand why it was included in the game, because again, it's a marketing tool. The game was selling quite well. I still haven't finished it. I think it's a good game. I just haven't got around to finishing it. But I just can't see any more coming in, because I can't see if they're going to be shipping any more games. I think they've got the main characters. So for Fire Emblem, I think it's too many, but I don't think we're going to be seeing any coming up. Next is Rayman. God, no, no, no. I don't like Rayman. He's a piss poor mascot. Look, I don't like his games. I've never liked his games. I find the games boring. I find them uninteresting. Sorry, the developers who make those games, they're just not my cup of tea. And he looks like a piece of shit, basically. He's way too happy for whatever's going on in his life. Literally, I'd rather put him down a toilet and drown his head in and give him, I don't know, kick up the arse or something. I just don't like Rayman. I'd be gutted if he went ahead of Crash. I think Crash is the one who needs to go ahead of anyone when it comes to platformers, and yeah, I'd be really, really pissed off. Next is Doomguy. I should say, hang on, I've probably just pissed off a lot of people. I was going to go backtrack a second, I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, Doomguy, okay, I know this is shocking. I know people are like, what the hell? How can you not have Doomguy in it? Look, Doom was big to me. Doom was one of the first big games I ever played in the PC back in the 90s. So I grew up with Doom. However, I get he's a huge impact. But for me, Master Chief would fit the bill better. I think you're going to have Doomguy or it's going to be Master Chief. Now, I'm not saying I'm a big Microsoft fanboy. I'm not. I've only had one Xbox, and that was like a 40 quid one I got as a mate. Just had a copy because I wanted to play Halo. That was the only reason why I got it, just to play Halo. But I feel Master Chief would actually fit in the game more. Plus, he has physical moves as well. You know, Doomguy, okay, he does punch people, but whereas, you know, you've got Master Chief and his sword ability, he can use the swords, and he does look quite cool doing it. I honestly think if you get a lot more money from Microsoft, so if you want Smash Brothers to continue, you want to have Xbox on your side, you want to be them in the game. I know they've had some inclusion now with Minecraft Steve, but I think if you can get of the Xbox. That's the thing, he is the Xbox mascot, Master Chief, whereas Doomguy is Doomguy, and he's been on all platforms, and again, I just don't think he has the impact as Master Chief does. Now, again, as I was saying, I am going to be ranting, and I know they're not going to be full-depth explanations, but I know you guys don't want to be here for 20 minutes, so I'm trying to keep this quite brief, quite short, because again, I'm not here to do a half-an-hour video. That's not me. Well, at this point, I might do it one day, but I feel like I need a whole script to do that, and an encyclopedia. Next on the list is Jill Valentine. Now, I get it, some people might want Jill Valentine, and I know a lot of people do want Resident Evil representation. I do as well, I'll make that very clear. I want Resident Evil representation in these games. I wasn't really a big fan of the Resi series, it was more my brother. My brother loved it. He loved Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and Dino Crisis, although Dino Crisis was pretty cool. And I wasn't really, until, guess what, Generation 4, Resident Evil 4, that's when I became really big. I got into it, and I put Resident Evil 4 as one of my top 10 games of all time. I think it's fantastic, and we've seen Jill, we've seen Chris Redfield, they've already appeared in fighting games in the Marvel vs. Capcom series, so I would like Leon, and I will be mentioning this in another video, I'd like Leon to get his shot, and I just think Jill's done too much, and I think Jill's been in other games as well, and I just want to see someone else bar Jill or Chris Redfield just to get a shot. Now, Mario variants. Now, what I don't want to see is like a Baby Mario or a Metal Mario, because I think, look, we've got Dr. Mario and we've got Mario, just leave it as that. I don't want to see any more things. It could be like the Goku characters in any Dragon Balls in games, when you've got normal Goku, you've got Super Saiyan Goku, you've got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and you're probably going to have you got Ultra Instinct Goku, and you're probably going to have at some point Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but they're actually quite cool. They look amazing, whereas I am not interested playing Metal Mario or Baby Mario. I just think it'd be boring. I don't think you'd be able to make a big promotion out of saying, hey, it's Baby Mario. I don't think people give a shit. People won't give a rat's arse if it was Baby Mario. Plus, you can't kick the thing. Imagine if you kick the thing, you'd have bloody like child investigations and like, you know, child brutality and child abuse for kicking it. Look, I just don't think it has the appeal, and I'd be really bored. I don't know. I've never heard this big cry for Baby Mario or Metal Mario. I just can't see it happening. Next up is Spyro. Again, I hate him. I've never even played a game with Spyros. I just don't like Spyro. I just don't find him interesting. I think he is the closest to Crash's rival. I always think those two around similar time. Rayman was as well. But I just think Spyro and Crash are very much linked. And honestly, I'm not even going to say much more about Spyro. He's just not worth the steam off me piss. Now, the probably one of the first and the new big ones, Waluigi. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Someone's going to have to explain to me what the whole big thing is about Waluigi. I just don't get it. I never have, I never will. I don't think he's got that history or that impact. He's already in the game as well. Isn't he an assist trophy? So I don't think if he's already here, he's not... Well, no one's been an assist trophy that's come into the game. Because if that happens, anyone's fair game then. I just can't see him being in there. I know there'd be a big buzz for him, but for me, he's just a lanky streak of piss. Someone can explain what is so good about Waluigi. I just can't see it. You know, Wario, I get, he's got a bit more going about him, but Waluigi, sorry everyone, sorry internet, sorry if I opened up the can of worms, sorry if I just made you spit out your dinner, but, and I suppose last on the list there, this is going to piss people off, Sora. I am not interested in Sora at all. Yeah, I don't go with conventional thinking sometimes. He's just another sword character for me. Don't get me wrong, I love Square. I'm a big Square fanboy. You know, Cloud, I've even said, is my favourite. Final Fantasy is my favourite video game, Final Fantasy 7. If Kingdom Hearts 3 was a game changer, then maybe I might have got a bit more excited, but it's kind of fell on its face. And look, I would rather, if you're going to give me a choice, another Square character, I would rather have Sephiroth. I think Sephiroth would literally be way out of left field rather than Sora. I just don't find him interesting. I find him quite boring. And I just don't know, don't need more sword characters. I think that's all he'd bring. He'd be a sword character with a range attack and firing stars, but he'd just be boring. Again, it's nothing to me. Plus, I also have a theory, if you did bring in Sora, you bring the mouse. You have a risk of bringing that mouse into Smash, and if that mouse gets anywhere near Smash Brothers, it's going to buy it, it's going to take it over, and it will just become another Disney game. That's what I think. Random, I know. And that is just a few off the top of my head. If I can think of any more, well, I do have a list, I'll put them on another video. But if you guys want to hear any more, please get in touch with me. And as I said, if you don't agree with that, and I guarantee there'll be people kicking off and hitting that dislike button, argue with me, please. Don't hit the dislike button, argue with me. I'll happily have a discussion with you when I'm not working, but I will happily have that chat with you, as long as you don't be a prick about it. I can't stand people being knobheads, but I'll happily, if you want to call me an idiot, that's fine, I'm all game for that. But until then, I've been HBT, I'll see everyone next time, bye bye.